Hi there, Steve Klimek with Simplifying, and I'm here with Mike Slone, the Interactive Director of Vail Resorts, who is one of the men responsible for Epic Mix, which is the new social platform that Vail Resorts introduced this past ski season. Mike, could you tell me a little bit about Epic Mix and what makes it so engaging for your customers?
Sure, yeah. We were looking for a way to sort of take our social influence marketing strategy to the next level. We wanted to do something that was beyond the typical Facebook and Twitter sort of social media plan. And unlike a lot of companies, we felt like we really had a responsibility to do something in this space. You know, socializing is an inherent natural experience to skiing, and we wanted to build upon that. So that social sharing that people do after a ski day, we really wanted to make sure that we developed an app that would sort of take advantage of that. And so we built Epic Mix, and the core of Epic Mix is tracking your ski day using an RF technology built in our ski pass, so it's not intrusive, and it really takes advantage of everything that happens in a ski day. It tracks their vertical feet, where they go in the mountains, which mountains they go to, and then for them, at the end of that ski day, if they choose to do so, or different pins that they might get throughout the day, they can then share those socially. And so for the customer and for Vail Resorts, we get a lot of value out of these social sharing, these ski experiences that we get from each of our customers.
Sounds great. And do you have any advice for how airlines looking to implement a similar type of program could do that?
Well, I think there's a lot of similarities between Vail Resorts and the airline industry. I think that, you know, the core of what we do is providing people with outdoor experiences. And airlines, you know, you get on a plane to go somewhere to have an experience. So I think there's definitely some correlations in the airlines and the vehicles to get people to these experiences. So I think there's a lot of opportunity for the airline to sort of embrace communication with their customers throughout all phases of travel. So you see a lot of airlines focus on the research and planning phases and the booking phases, but very few focus on the travel phase, the post-travel phase, which I really feel like are a core part of social media. When you're at a location, being able to provide them with different content or inspiration or guides to where they should be going for that activity. And then from a post-travel standpoint, they've just come back from this great experience, whether it's a business trip or a family trip. They have stuff they can share. It could be simple as a hotel review, it could be sharing some photos, but the airlines could really tap into that desire for people to share and facilitate apps and things like that to make it easier for them.
Mike gave a great keynote this morning, and I wanted to get your input. Do you guys have any specific measures you put in place to make sure that the customers are receiving Epic Mix as you intend them to receive it? You had mentioned the hamburger story with
Right.
your family, and any specific measurements that you really attribute value to?
Yep, and so tracking and measurement in social media have traditionally been one of these things that you just have to figure it out. There hasn't been this one-stop solution. But luckily at Vail Resorts, we've had a analytics sort of plan in place since the beginning. All of our websites and digital experiences utilize Omniture, and with that we've done various tracking. So traditionally we've tracked media campaigns like paid, display, and being able to track that with campaign codes. Excuse me, as we move forward with Epic Mix, we've put that same sort of tracking in our social sharing. We do it also with when we're internally working to share content, we put these campaign codes in, and essentially we've taken all of our social data and brought it into one dashboard, so we can look at the Epic Mix performance, we can look at social performance, we can look at email channel performance, and that allows us to look at all of our channels in sort of an equal environment. We look at page views, we look at revenue, we look at unique visitors, and with Epic Mix itself, we look at adoption, we look at how many people are sharing socially, how many total social impressions that our customers are generating for us. And so metrics related to Epic Mix are very key to the success and moving forward, because we listen to those metrics and that helps us build new features for the future. That and asking, you know, our customers what they use and why they want it.
And it surely helps when you're just at dinner with your family and you hear people talking about it.
Totally. One of the, you know, probably the most surprising that we've seen this year is we created Epic Mix to facilitate social sharing that would take place of that normal, you know, person-to-person sharing. What we've really seen is Epic Mix is starting to infiltrate, you know, the person-to-person talks after they've shared socially and after their ski day. So it's great to see that word of mouth sort of effect that's been taking place.
Right, and then one of the things you mentioned in your presentation, how important do you think it is to really have top-down buy-in to implementing a social campaign? Because a lot of times, a lot of airlines, at least currently, see it as sort of like a little PR thing, not something they really need to put a lot of energy and money into.
Yep. Honestly, we wouldn't be able to do, half or any of the things we're doing at Vail Resorts right now if the CEO, Rob Katz, didn't actively use social media and understand it. But most of the leaders at our company, they're actively involved with using Facebook. They use Foursquare and Twitter. And a lot of times people ask, like, why are they using these things? Do they really care, to use this? And the answer is some of them really, probably don't want to use it. But in order to build stuff like Epic Mix and understand how to use social as a channel, they have to understand it. And the only way to truly understand it is to use it. And so the use of social media and understanding from the top down by various executives, including our CEO, have really allowed us to do some creative projects where we've aligned different trends that we've seen, new mediums like social media, and it's allowed us to finance and do these creative sort of innovative products.
Well, you guys do a great job with it, and we're hoping to encourage more airlines to follow your lead.
Cool.
So thanks a lot for your time.
Yeah,
Mike.
thank you.
Take care.